Look up at the night sky. It looks quiet, almost empty. But the strange thing is, it probably shouldn't be. Because when we zoom out and look at the universe, we realize something incredible. There are more than 100 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and billions of galaxies beyond that, each one filled with billions of stars. And many of those stars have planets. Some of those planets could be very similar to Earth, with oceans, atmospheres, energy, time. So statistically, Earth should not be special. Not at all. Which leads to one of the most disturbing questions in science. If the universe is this large, and this old, and life is even slightly possible, then where is everybody?
To try to understand this, scientists created something called the Drake equation. It's not a single answer, it's a framework. A way to estimate how many intelligent civilizations might exist in our galaxy. It breaks the problem into steps. How many stars are formed? How many of those stars have planets? How many planets are in the habitable zone, where liquid water could exist? Then it asks deeper questions. How often does life appear? How often does it evolve into intelligence? And how long does a technological civilization survive? Each step adds uncertainty, but also probability. And when you combine them, even very conservative estimates suggest something surprising, that we should not be alone. At least not in a galaxy this large.
But there is something important we haven't talked about yet. We haven't just wondered about this question, we have tried to answer it. For decades, humanity has been actively searching for signs of intelligent life. We have built radio telescopes, pointed them toward distant stars, and listened carefully for any structured signal. Something that does not come from nature, something artificial. We have also sent messages into space. Simple signals, mathematical patterns, encoded information about humanity itself. In a sense, we are saying, is anyone out there? But so far, we have received nothing, no confirmed signal, no response, and only static. And the more we search, the stranger the silence becomes.
And that silence is exactly what creates the paradox. Because if intelligent life is even slightly likely, and we have actively tried to reach it, then we should have seen something by now. A signal, a structure, a message, anything.
But instead, the universe is silent, completely silent, stretching across billions of light years. And that creates a contradiction between what we expect and what we actually observe.
There are several possible explanations, and none of them are fully satisfying. Maybe life is extremely rare. Maybe the conditions needed for intelligence are much more specific than we think. Or maybe life is common, but intelligence almost never lasts long enough to be noticed. Civilizations might destroy themselves before reaching interstellar communication. There is also another idea, that we are not alone, but we are not being answered. Not yet.
One idea is called the zoo hypothesis. It suggests that advanced civilizations might already know we exist, but choose not to interact with us, like we are being observed, studied, or simply left alone until we are ready. Think about it. Maybe somewhere out there, an alien scientist is filling out a report that says, humans continue to argue online about pineapple on pizza. Contact not recommended. Or perhaps Earth is the cosmic equivalent of the monkey enclosure. Every few thousand years, extraterrestrials stop by the glass, point at us, and say, interesting species, still inventing new ways to sit in traffic. In this scenario, the universe isn't empty. It's crowded, we're just being ignored, not because we're unimportant, but because we're the weird neighbors. The ones who launched a car into space, built nuclear weapons, and spend hours watching videos of other people opening boxes. Maybe the aliens have a strict policy. Do not feed the humans. Do not make eye contact with the humans. And whatever you do, do not read the comments section. So if the zoo hypothesis is true, the silence of the universe may not be a mystery at all. It may simply be that the rest of the galaxy is standing behind a giant observation window, watching us, taking notes, and waiting for us to stop fighting over Wi-Fi passwords before saying hello. In this case, the universe is not empty. It is just silent on purpose.
There is also a darker idea, called the dark forest hypothesis. And unlike the zoo hypothesis, this one is a lot less comforting. It suggests that in a vast universe, civilizations may stay silent, because revealing your location could be dangerous. Imagine the universe as a giant dark forest at night. You can't see very far, You don't know who else is out there. You hear branches snapping in the distance. Something is moving, but you have no idea whether it's friendly or whether it's carrying the cosmic equivalent of a flamethrower. So what do? You stay quiet, very quiet, because in this theory, broadcasting your location is like standing in the middle of the forest and yelling, "Hello everyone, I'm over here," which is either the beginning of a friendship or the shortest survival strategy in galactic history. According to the dark forest hypothesis, every civilization knows this. So instead of sending cheerful messages into space, they hide. They listen. They wait. Somewhere out there, an alien astronomer might have discovered Earth centuries ago. They tuned into our radio broadcasts, watched our television signals, observed our internet, and immediately filed a report that simply said, "Definitely occupied. Recommend avoiding." Think about what they've seen. Reality TV, comment sections, people recording vertical videos during natural disasters, an entire species somehow creating passwords like password 123 and acting surprised when they get hacked. Maybe aliens aren't hiding from us. Maybe they're hiding because they've seen us. Maybe the first thing they heard from Earth was someone arguing on a reality show. The second thing was a politician giving a speech. And the third thing was a man trying to eat 100 hot dogs in 10 minutes. At that point, they probably turned off the radio and whispered, "Do not answer. They know how to build rockets." The dark forest hypothesis assumes that every civilization has the same problem. You don't know who is friendly. You don't know who is hostile. And by the time you find out, it could be too late. So everyone stays hidden. Everyone stays cautious. Everyone stays silent. The galaxy becomes a giant cosmic neighborhood where all the lights are off. But everyone is secretly peeking through the curtains. No one wants to be the first one to knock on a door. No one wants to be the first one to say hello. And absolutely no one wants to be the civilization that accidentally replies to a message titled, "Greetings from Sector 9. Click here to establish contact." So maybe the universe feels empty, not because nobody is there, but because everybody is trying very hard not to be noticed. They're hiding, they're listening, they're waiting. And somewhere in the darkness, an alien might be looking at Earth right now, hoping we don't notice them. At exactly the same time we're hoping somebody notices us, which is either incredibly ironic or the most awkward standoff in the history of the universe.
When you think about all of this together, something becomes clear. We are not just asking a scientific question anymore. We are asking something much deeper. Are we early? Are we rare? Are we alone? Or are we simply not able to see what is already there? Because the universe is not just large. It is ancient. So ancient that civilizations could rise and disappear without ever overlapping in time.
The Fermi Paradox is not really about aliens. It is about expectation, probability, and silence. Given the size of the universe, and the number of stars, and the number of planets, we expect life to exist somewhere else. But expectation is not evidence. And so far, we have none. Only questions.
We asked a simple question, where is everybody? And the universe has not answered, at least not yet, or maybe we just don't know how to listen. But the search continues, and every new discovery helps us understand a little more about our place in the cosmos.
If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps support the channel, and it dramatically increases the chances that an advanced alien civilization will finally return our calls. Thanks for watching. Remember, if aliens are observing us, wave occasionally. If the universe is a giant zoo, try to behave. And if the dark forest hypothesis is true, maybe don't yell your home address into the night sky. We'll see you in the next one, assuming we're not abducted first.